Hello everyone. We are going to study about human heart with the help of a chart. Here it is a chart of human heart. Human heart is roughly triangular in shape, or you can say it is cone-shaped structure. It is located in the very center of the chest cavity between two lungs. These are the two lungs and just above the diaphragm. It is tilted towards the left side of the chest cavity, and also in the left ventricle, pumping of blood can take place vigorously. That's why we can feel that it is located in the left side of the chest cavity. Now, this heart is surrounded by two-layered membranous structure which is known as pericardium, and between these two layers there is a space, and this space is filled with pericardial fluid. So pericardium and pericardial fluid protects the entire heart from mechanical injury as well as mechanical shock, and also pericardial fluid helps in preventing friction when it works, and also it is protected by our ribcage. Now, these are the four chambers of the heart. Upper two chambers are known as auricles, and two chambers are known as ventricles. It is the right side of the heart. This one is the left side. Here it is right auricle, this one is the right ventricle, left auricle, left ventricle. The upper chambers are known as auricles, and these auricles have thin walls because it pumps blood to the very next part of the heart, which are known as ventricles. Now it is right ventricle and this is the left ventricle. The wall of right ventricle is thicker than auricles because it pumps blood outside of the heart towards the lungs for oxygenation. And the wall of left ventricle is the thickest because it pumps blood in different parts of the body against the gravitational pull, as in head, and in the remote part of the body, such as in the tip of the toes and fingers, etc. Now here, these are the walls or septa. This septa is known as, means between two auricles, the septa is known as interauricular septum, and between two ventricles, the wall is known as interventricular septum. Between right auricle and right ventricle, there is a wall, and this wall is known as right atrioventricular wall or septum, and between left auricle and left ventricle, the wall is known as left auriculo or atriculoventricular septum. Now about the valves. There are four valves present in our heart. Here, this one is the tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve is located between right auricle and right ventricle. That's why this valve is also known as right atriculoventricular valve. And between left auricle and left ventricle, the wall is known as bicuspid valve. It is also known as left atrioventricular valve. This one is the pulmonary artery, and at the opening of pulmonary artery in the right ventricle, the valve is located, and this valve is known as pulmonary semilunar valve. And the fourth valve in our heart is located at the opening of aorta. This is the aorta, and at the opening of the aorta in the left ventricle it is located, and this valve is known as aortic semilunar valve. So all these valves help in unidirectional flow of blood, and also they prevent backflow of blood. Now, this structure is known as vena cava. It is superior vena cava, and this one is the posterior vena cava. So, superior vena cava and posterior vena cava collects deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body, and it is poured in the right auricle. And these are the two lungs, and here these are pulmonary vein, and this vein carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left ventricle. Here these two structures, means pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein, are exceptional because pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood, whereas all the arteries carry oxygenated blood. And it is pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood, and again it is exceptional because all other veins carry deoxygenated blood. So after oxygenation in the lungs, oxygenated blood is carried by this pulmonary vein to the left auricle. Here we can see these are the papillary muscles which are originated from the walls of the ventricles, and they help in origin of cord-like structures which are known as chordae tendineae. And these chordae tendineae are connected with the tip of cusps of tricuspid and bicuspid valve, so that regulation of opening and closing of these valves, means cuspid valves, take place with the help of this chordae tendineae. Here, when blood comes in the right auricle from different parts of the body, then from here it is carried to the right ventricle when this tricuspid valve opens, and at the same time from the left auricle, after the opening of these bicuspid valves, blood is carried to the left ventricle. So in this condition, when blood is poured in the right and left ventricles, this process is known as ventricular diastole and atrial systole. Here systole means contraction phase of heart chamber, and diastole means relaxation phase of heart chambers. So when atrial systole takes place, means from the atria blood is pumped to the ventricles. In the same condition, ventricles are in diastolic phase because they expand and they relax so that blood is poured in it. After it, these tricuspid and bicuspid valves close due to backflow of blood, to prevent backflow of blood, and then here pressure is exerted, pressure is created by the blood on the walls of the ventricle, and finally the pulmonary semilunar valve in the left ventricle, aortic semilunar valves open due to excessive pressure, and the blood is carried from the pulmonary artery to the lungs, and at the same time from the aorta, through the aorta, it is carried to the body parts from the left ventricle. So in this way, our heart pumps the blood to different parts of the body. Here, these are the valves. This one is the pulmonary valve. Pulmonary valve is a type of pocket septum valve, and here this one is the aortic valve, which is open and it contains three cusp-like structures. Here it is tricuspid valve, which contains three cusp-like structure, and this one is the mitral valve, which contains only two valves. So in this way, these are different types of valves present in our heart. Here, blood circuit. It is the right side of the heart, and this one is the left side of the heart. Here, it is the head region, here lungs, and these are again different body parts. So from the body parts, blood is poured in the right auricle. At the same time, from the lungs, oxygenated blood is poured in the left auricle. After it, from the right auricle, blood is carried to the right ventricle, and at the same time, from the left auricle, blood is pumped to the left ventricle after opening of cuspid valves. Then from right ventricle, blood is pumped to the lungs for oxygenation, and from the left ventricle, blood is pumped to the different body parts through this aorta, such as in the head region with the help of superior aorta, and from the posterior aorta, it is carried to different parts of the body. So in this way, blood is pumped outside of the heart in the ventricular systole. At the same time, in the right auricle and the left auricle, blood is poured from the body parts as well as from the lungs. In this way, the blood is pumped in different parts of the body with the help of this heart. So there are two blood circuits take place in a complete circulation of blood, and it is number one, pulmonary circulation of blood, which involves the heart and the lungs, and the second blood circuit which involves heart and the body parts. So these two circulations, means pulmonary circulation and the body or systemic circulation, are collectively known as double circulation of blood. So double circulation of blood is the blood circulation in which blood passes through the heart twice in a complete circulation, and this blood circulation, this specialized blood circulation, occurs in only mammals, including human beings and the birds. This blood circulation helps in separating of deoxygenated and oxygenated blood with each other, so that more concentration of oxygen is provided to each and every cells for their proper function. Because mammals and the birds are warm-blooded animal or homeothermal animals, that's why they need more amount of energy, and for releasing more energy, oxygen is required in more amount. That's why this double circulation of blood provides more oxygen to release more energy. So it is blood circulation known as double circulation of blood.